Hi, so I'm just going to take you through a quick demonstration inside the new Land Rover Discovery Sport, talking about the new infotainment system here, as well as the connectivity through my smartphone and the connected car features which we have here and the remote application. So inside the Discovery Sport here we have a number of connectivity features from the infotainment and smartphone connectivity. We start with some of the remote applications that we have, where I can check my fuel status of where I am in my car, check on my journeys, where I'd parked it last, and obviously get some additional information on the app. And then we'll talk about the infotainment system here a little bit more in detail, our touch system. So when you power up the system, you're welcomed with these 4 tiles. It takes you through multimedia, your climate control settings, navigation, and obviously Bluetooth hands-free, which we use when we're in our car. If we scroll to one side, we get additional information here on the side, where I can have a look at some of my 4x4 information. So if I was to go off-roading, we've got some of the additional features here, such as ambient lighting and obviously our digital pixel technology for our cameras. So I can actually have a look at the reverse camera here and look at some of the other cameras if you have the 360 degrees camera fitted. There is also a Wi-Fi hotspot in this car. So this allows our users to have up to 8 devices connected simultaneously for you to bring in those devices for the people at the back and the front. Moving across some of our other screens, when we come back to the infotainment, we also have some other features such as in-control apps, which we'll talk about shortly, our settings, and obviously some of the audio settings you can change here for the Meridian sound system. So giving you the surround sound options from Meridian, Dolby, DTS, and obviously allowing you to tune that to your preferences. The biggest piece here for us is the connectivity, which again I'll take my smartphone. So you simply can press on in-control apps, or the service will start automatically. I then take the USB cable, which is highlighted on the screen, to my smart device. I can start my device, and simply by connecting the USB, so that's my Android device or my iPhone, connect it, and once basically the phone is now talking to the infotainment system, I can now safely stow my phone away in the center cubby box, and now I'm shown all of the applications that are available for me to use inside the car. System supports swipe gestures, so I can swipe from left to right, and you can see the performance is quite responsive. To give you a bit of an example, I'll take you through a couple of the apps from some of our providers. We start with a simple basic calendar application, where I can go through where my meetings are, where I need to head to, so more or less productivity. I also have basically a contacts address book, which allows me to scroll through quickly or search in some people's names and give them a call quite quickly. Stitcher is an application here which allows me to get access to all of my podcasts inside the vehicle. So it's just refreshing some of the content there, and I can get some of that technology news and kind of have that played to me inside the car. It gives me a really nice, simple, easy to use interface, as I mentioned earlier, inside the car. So literally I am able to skip forwards and skip backwards and those articles, or if I miss the last 30 seconds, I can go back to the beginning. So really something easy to use inside the car. So from the Stitcher application, we can move back to the home screen, still continuing to listen to the audio in the background. And now I can actually choose some other applications which I may want, such as audiobooks, but also navigation. And if I start the navigation application here, the app actually opens up on my handset and then projects the image. And you can see here we're just panning and zooming around London, and you can see all the traffic updates because I've enabled all the options just to see the detail of coverage you can get, because it's actually giving me all of the information through the internet connectivity, all the way through to some detailed zoomed images as well. I can hit back, it will take us back to where we are, giving me all the connectivity features that I would expect, but also things like pinch and zoom, so I can zoom right out and then go back into the application. So really like I would use my navigation application on the move. And because it's running on my smartphone, I can do that last mile journey by simply unplugging my iPhone, and then actually you can see the map where I was is exactly on my device. So if I was to walk to my car or away from my car, I carry that map with me at all times, so really giving us that seamless experience. If I connect my smartphone back up to the vehicle, I can show you a couple of other apps and services that we would use when on the move. And you simply just switch between the apps by pressing the app grid, the icon there, and then swipe. You can swipe left to right. Music is obviously quite key. We also offer our own music application here where we can actually go through all of the music that's on your device, and really easy to use gesture swipes. Again, going through all of the tracks that are actually stored on your phone locally, as well as the song list. We've added some additional services such as conference calling for productivity. So this application here is made by a company called Mobile Day, and what they've basically added was a service that uses my calendar and picks up all of my meetings, and if I had a conference call, I can simply click on that meeting and it will dial the phone number but also put the PIN code in for me. So really allowing me to join my conference calls with the least amount of distraction while I'm on that regular journey. So really helping the productivity piece. One of the things that's quite important in the vehicle is music services. So we added audio to the platform early this year, and this allows you to use, I guess, that hybrid music service where music is streamed, but also at the same time the music can be stored on my phone locally. And it's as simple as I've got a collection based on the sort of music I've been listening to. I can search tracks, and if I simply click on an album, it really gives me this really simple user interface for me to enjoy my tracks on the move, listen to that music, but also that music could have been downloaded on my phone. It also allows me to interact with the steering wheel switches, so I'm just pressing the track forward on the steering wheel switches, allowing me to use those controls safely when I'm on the move. And there's a number of different stations that they offer from alternative music, and you can add your own. So again, the same app that I would use on my phone is back in the vehicle with that similar UI and that music that you would enjoy. And you can also create your own station in effect for the type of music that you listen to on the move. One app which is really quite useful is obviously the Parkopedia application, which if you're driving into big cities, you may want to find parking services nearby. Really easy to use. It looks for all those parking spaces. Where we're parked at the moment, many of the parking spaces are free of charge. And obviously here we've got some of the parking service charges here, but also I can navigate to that. And what that's basically doing is it's switching the app automatically from the parking application into the navigation application. And you can see the destination was automatically set for me, allowing our apps to talk to each other. So again, I didn't have to leave the parking app and re-enter that destination. All I have to hit is navigate, and I'm getting my guidance instructions there seamlessly with my traffic alerts. So having navigation apps and service location apps talking to each other really makes it easier to use, and obviously keeping your eyes on the road at all times. So one of the apps I want to give you a quick preview here is an application we call Just Drive, and it's basically like an app aggregator. We've worked with a company here in California that basically pulls in a number of services into the app. So what it will do is it will search my contacts, my services, and when it welcomes you, it wakes up first with a welcome telling you the date, and it tells me the things I could do with the system. So it learns the types of things I would say. It knows where I've got to be heading later on this evening, so I can navigate there. I can get my news information from NPR and play the music from Spotify. So when I open the application, I basically get three options. Go, which is allowing me to navigate somewhere, talk, message or call somebody, and then play that music from Spotify. You can see here, there's a map here which you can make full screen or have it in split view mode. And the way in which you use it is really simple. I simply press the talk button and say exactly what I'm looking for. Find coffee. So the system recognises where I am.
Cucan Cafe on Hobbs Moat Road.
The third one.
Navigating to Coston Mill Square.
So as you could see there, it found a number of searches from a number of providers using the cloud-based search. And it could also understand my context of I wanted the third one. And it simply set the address, and now we're getting guidance to there. So if we was to drive there, we will get there in a few minutes. I can actually change the option to find out how many miles or how long or how many minutes it's going to take. And I can use the dynamic buttons to kind of zoom in and out and work out where I've got to go. And as we drive off, we'll get guidance. But no system would be complete without some music. So play Coldplay. So again, it's recognised the track.
Did you want the artist Coldplay on your phone?
No.
What about the song Coldplay by God Put a Smile Upon Your Face? Def Inc. Remix featuring Mr. Thing on your phone.
The third one.
Now playing the artist Coldplay on Spotify.
So as you can see there, the application is aggregating the search. It knows I have a number of tracks on Coldplay on my phone, on my handset, so if I want to listen to them if I was offline, or I can have the other ones streamed to me via the Spotify service. And obviously the track is now playing to me as I increase the volume, and I can choose the next track or get further information by clicking on the tile. So really allowing me to use a kind of infotainment all in one app. And then there's a number of other things that we can do, such as call people, or if I press the talk tile, you've got some simple commands here where you can actually go through and pick out the people I want to call or contact quite quickly. Again, easy to use, 3 simple commands, and allowing me to get on with my journey as I would use that app. So as you can see, we have a number of applications available here on the touchscreen, and this is the real start for us. We're bringing more content to the vehicle that is relevant, and we'll keep on working with startup companies, new innovative people, and do developer challenges further into the future to add the right experiences for our customers in the future. So a great platform to build upon, and I guess we've only really got started as there's more to come. Thank you.